Okay, so everything looks good on the other end?
Yes.
Can everybody hear me okay?
Looks
Yes.
good, Kathy. We're good.
Okay, excellent. Well, good afternoon, everybody, and thank you so much, NJPSA, for this opportunity today. I am Dr. Katie Cortelyou, and I come on behalf of Collaborative Classroom, and I'm also joined by my colleagues who are our local representatives in New Jersey. So Linda Dixon, Kathy McHugh, and Ann Warner. So we know as leaders that you have been working tirelessly to reimagine and prepare for this upcoming school year. And so we are just really honored and humbled to be with you this afternoon. We know there's no easy answers or no easy paths ahead, but we're just really honored to be able to share two resources with you today in the hopes that perhaps they will be a support for some of the priorities that you've identified as important for your school community for the upcoming school year. So thinking about those two priorities, we are really focusing as an organization on the reconnection as a school community, as well as ensuring students have the opportunity to accelerate foundational skills, knowing that they could have had some very fragmented learning experiences during the spring closures. So as we think about that first goal around reconnection, the bedrock of that work is relationships. And so thinking about not only student-to-student relationships, but the relationships between staff, as well as the relationships in the broader community. So how do we foster those relationships to create those calm and safe learning environments? And our program, Caring School Community, is designed to do that. And so it is a comprehensive K-8 social emotional learning curriculum. And it provides 30 weeks of teacher-friendly lessons to be able to support this work both at a classroom level and beyond. So this is an example from one of those teacher manuals. So you can see the core elements that happen in the classroom, whether that be in person. It also is something that transitions to a remote environment, but it's the opportunity to foster relationships through daily morning circles, as well as closing our day through closing circles, and then creating a forum and a space to have a weekly class meeting. So the program includes different topics, such as the ones you see here. So some that are very timely given our current situation. How do we think about responding to tragedy, thinking about exclusion or social isolation? The class meeting is a space and a forum that gives teachers the tools to be able to facilitate these difficult conversations so kids can explore feelings and develop those social skills. In addition to the classroom components, these are some additional pieces that are part of Caring School Community. It includes comprehensive assessment to assess SEL competencies both as a class as well as individual students. There is an additional approach to discipline, so being able to enact a school-wide discipline approach that fosters self-regulation as well as self-discipline rather than rewards and consequences. It's really trying to develop the opportunity for students to look inward. And then there's also a comprehensive principles package. So all of the tools and resources to be able to not only launch, but sustain a strong implementation for many years. There's agendas, resources, and lots of professional learning tools embedded in the principle package. Additionally, we as an organization have created special guidance for this unique year ahead. So you would have access to that beginning of year guidance to begin the program. And then we have a comprehensive remote learning tool to be able to think about how we can enact Caring School Community in a virtual setting. So our second goal is around acceleration of foundational skills and the opportunity to accelerate those for all of our readers. So our SIPS program stands for Systematic Instruction in Phonological Awareness, Phonics and Sight Words. It is a differentiated foundational skills program that can be used as core or as an intervention component to develop independent and fluent and automatic readers. It is research-based by Dr. John Scheffelbein. And it offers all of the elements you see here: mastery of those foundational skills, application every day in connected text, and truly accelerating, not remediating, but accelerating to close the gap for readers. It aligns with the phonics continuum. So the levels of SIPS, the first being SIPS beginning level, aligns with the simple alphabetic phase, focuses on short vowels, consonants, decoding CVC words, all in connected text. This is an example of one of the fully articulated lessons at beginning level. So teachers would have all the resources print or virtual, to be able to do this explicit teaching for readers. The second phase of the continuum, the spelling pattern, is SIPS extension level. We focus on complex vowels, such as R controlled, the long A patterns, and so forth. We give all the support to be able to decode those words with complex patterns, not only at the word level, but also in connected text. Here's an example from extension level. Again, the explicit routines for all the elements of reading are all embedded in these lessons. And then we have our SIPS Plus program. If you have students in grades 4 and beyond who are still needing support with these early skills at kindergarten or first grade level, we know we need to directly teach those skills to mastery, but we need to do it in a way that's respectful of an older reader. So we have explicit instruction in the Plus level, but it has a unique text that's respectful of older students. It's something they can read, but it's also something they want to read. And so that's a really unique element to motivate and support our older readers still working to secure these foundational skills. And then we have the last level within the SIPS system is SIPS challenge level. So this aligns with the polysyllabic morphemic phase of reading. So it's explicit instruction in syllable types, so kiddos get experience in how to successfully decode multisyllabic words. We also embed morphology at this level. So it's not only can I decode a multisyllabic word, but bringing meaning to those meaningful parts of the word. So prefix instruction, suffix instruction, and focusing on Greek and Latin roots. So this is really essential to accelerate learning as kids are navigating complex text. This is an example of a challenge level lesson again. Those coordinated instructional routines, a structured lesson approach to be able to provide that accelerative instruction, both in person or virtually. There is a placement test that's done individually with students. It gives us exactly what SIPS level students might need instruction in, as well as the lesson, and then we group students according to common need. And just like we saw in Caring School Community, we have developed very unique guidance for this particular school year that is in front of us. So we'll have access to guidance for the 2021 school year to think about the unique circumstances based on our spring closures. And then we also have a comprehensive support around remote learning. So how do we transition, whether we start in person, start virtual, whether we transition to virtual, you would have access to how to continue to implement this instruction in a remote setting. And the platform that provides access to all of those digital resources is our learning portal. And that's where you'll find comprehensive support for both Caring School Community as well as SIP. So all of those digital resources will live here. So we will be sharing these links as a follow-up to this, but you can also just type these links into your browser and you can get access to these sample lessons. So if you'd like to take a look at some sample lessons for both Caring School Community as well as the SIPS program, you have access to those at this link. And then, of course, these three ladies, Linda and Kathy and Anne, are the local representatives to support the work across New Jersey. So they are available to be able to support any questions that you might have.